All right, picture this: ancient Egypt, land of mystery, power, and the great pyramids piercing the sky. A civilization built on the backs of countless laborers, a kingdom ruled by a god-king, the Pharaoh. And at the heart of it all, a stubborn Pharaoh who just won't listen. He sits on his throne, convinced of his own invincibility, deaf to the cries of the oppressed. Exodus chapter 7 is where things get real. The stakes are raised, the tension is palpable, and the divine intervention becomes undeniable. Moses and his brother Aaron, they're about to throw down with the mighty Pharaoh himself. These two brothers, bound by blood and faith, are about to challenge the very foundation of Egyptian power. And it's not just talk. This isn't a polite request or a reasoned debate. We're talking miracles, plagues, a showdown that no one in Egypt will ever forget, a clash between divine will and human arrogance, a battle for the freedom of a people. So God tells Moses, "See, I've made you like a god to Pharaoh, endowing you with authority and power beyond measure. And Aaron, he's your prophet. He will be your voice, articulating your message with clarity and force." That means when Moses speaks, Aaron is the voice, and together they're unstoppable. A united front, divinely appointed, ready to confront the most powerful man in the world. Their mission: march right up to Pharaoh and demand, "Let my people go," to stand before the symbol of absolute power and demand justice. But God warns them Pharaoh's going to be stubborn. He's not giving up his slaves that easy. His pride and his power are too deeply intertwined with the enslavement of the Israelites. But every refusal, it's just going to set up the next miracle. Each act of defiance will only amplify God's power and demonstrate his unwavering commitment to his people. The first miracle? Oh, it's wild. It's a spectacle designed to shock and awe. A clear demonstration of divine power. Aaron throws down his staff right in front of Pharaoh, and boom, it turns into a snake, a living, breathing symbol of God's power right in the throne room. Pharaoh's magicians try to copy it. Yeah, they pull it off, using their own dark arts to replicate the miracle. But Aaron's snake, it swallows theirs whole, a clear, jaw-dropping message that God's power absolutely crushes all earthly magic. Incredible, right? That's a power move if I've ever seen one. Still, Pharaoh's heart, hard as a rock, unmoved by the display of divine power, he remains defiant. Now here's where things turn up a notch. The stakes are about to get even higher and the consequences even more dire. God tells Moses, "Meet Pharaoh at the river in the morning," a specific time and place for another confrontation. When Moses gets there, he issues a warning: "Let the Israelites go, or Egypt's about to get a wake-up call," a final chance for Pharaoh to heed the divine warning and avoid the impending disaster. Moses lifts his staff and Aaron stretches his hand over the waters, a symbolic gesture invoking the power of God over the lifeblood of Egypt. Suddenly, the Nile, the pride of Egypt, turns to blood. The life-giving river, now a symbol of death and destruction. Fish die. The river stinks. The Egyptians can't drink a drop. The very source of their sustenance is now contaminated, a testament to Pharaoh's defiance. Pharaoh's magicians, they try to do their tricks, but all they manage is more blood. Their power is limited, unable to undo the divine act, only capable of exacerbating the disaster. The people are desperate. They're digging everywhere for clean water, driven by thirst and fear, desperately seeking a source of life in a land plagued by death. But Pharaoh, he's still not budging. His heart just gets harder, his resolve strengthened by pride, and a refusal to acknowledge the power of God. Exodus 7 kicks off the ultimate battle. Moses, armed with God's power, versus Pharaoh, the king who thinks he's unbeatable. A clash of civilizations, a test of faith, and a struggle for freedom. Miracles, stubbornness, and a country on the edge. This is just the beginning. The stage is set for a series of escalating plagues that will test the limits of Egypt's endurance. Stay tuned, because the plagues, they're only getting started. The worst is yet to come, and the fate of Egypt hangs in the balance.